So this is our new garden. It's at the end of the pond. And this is the gardener. Wave, Willem, you're the gardener. Wave to all the people that are looking at you. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. I've been in the sunroom doing pottery. Yes, last night I threw 11 or 12 pots. I think it was 12. And then today I trimmed them. Some weren't hard enough yet. And then I had more clay that I had reclaimed last night, so I threw another, I don't know, 10 pots maybe? I think 4, maybe 8 or 9. I'm not sure how many chunks I broke the pottery, the big chunk of pottery into, clay into. Went to Mira this morning, and they were figuring out how much warp we needed for a thing for 6 people to make 2 hand towels each. And so each hand towel will be 36 by 16. So that's a yard long. And you've got a yard of waste. So that's 13 yards. And then we needed to figure out how much string or yarn or whatever it is we would need. There's something up in the woods. Maybe it's a squirrel cutting into something growing. Anyway, and then we figured it would be 24 ends per inch, or let's say 20 ends per inch. It's either a squirrel or a whole bunch of deer. Probably a squirrel. Anyway, so we had 13 yards times, 20 times 16 is 320. So 320 times 36 yards. So we came up with one big number. Then we had to put it in inches. And then had to look in a catalog and see how much a cylinder of yarn has, or thread. I don't know what they call it. Yarn, I guess. Anyway, cotton. And so then we figured that out, and we decided that each of us has to bring a half of a cylinder. These are those half-pound cylinders of cotton. And then we can set up the warp at Mira. That's kind of interesting. So I've got 2 looms at home going. One is I've run out of the pink mop yarn. I'm going to ask Shirley if she can send some to me, and I'll cover the postage. And I've got the warp. I'm putting on the warp of another one. I forget what the name of the pattern is. I think Jen helped me figure that one out. Anyway, so today's been a good day. I would like to try and fire the kiln this weekend, since we're not going to the temple. On Saturday I can listen to conference at home. So I can fire the kiln in the morning and then listen to conference. You can't fire it twice in one day because you've got to wait for it to cool down, and that takes overnight. So you can only really run one load on a weekend. Or you can wait up all night. From 7 at night, when the rates go down, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, till 1 o'clock. That's not that late. Anyway, then I could do it a regular night. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get these pots ready for Christmas because I know I'm going to get, it's going to take me a long time with the glazing and firing it again, and not sure how many glazes or how many firings I'm going to have to run depending on how many bowls I'm going to actually need to make 5 or 6 sets of bowls. 6 sets of 4 or 5 bowls. Should be 30, right? 36. And I've got some that are too narrow. They're more like drinking cups. So they're not even bowls. I've got lots of them. So now I'm just making bowls. And I'm getting better at it. You know, a lot of my bowls are working out, looking pretty good. I still have some that I pinch too hard and I stay in one place pinching before I pull up. And then they break at that point. There are definitely, I'm learning. It's a learning thing, eh, to do this. I'm learning a lot. I decided I was going to try and make dovetail joints. So I went to the store and I was going to buy a bit to make a dovetail joints. First of all, I thought you had to have 2 bits, one for the inside joint and one for the outside. And so he knew I knew nothing about it. Dead giveaway. And then he told me that even experienced carpenters won't often do dovetail joints because they're so finicky. And so he said, do you have the internet? You could look it up. You could try and find out on the internet how to do it. Of course, I have the internet. And so I got the little bit, and I said to him, oh, that's okay. If it's hard, I'll just have to learn it. I mean, learning is okay. I can learn. So I'm going to make dovetail joints one day. That would be pretty cool. All right, well, I'm sitting out here in the sun beside my sweetheart, who is working very hard. Very, very hard on this garden of his. I'm going to rototill it for him. I may rototill it for him. Have to eat my pear. This pear came off our pear tree. We have a pear tree with awesome pears and no wormholes in them. And we also have 3 apple trees, and one of them has huge, I think they might be Macintosh apples, and they're really good. All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye. Ta-ta.